Hey folks, how you doing? Papa Joe here. Out here in the middle of nowhere, Tennessee. Deer Lodge. In Morgan, Tennessee. That was crazy. I got off the big road. Had to run about 50 miles or so back here into the sticks. And it said I was heading towards Livingston. And I was in Polk County. Well, I know Livingston, Texas. And I know Polk County, Texas. And now it says Morgan, Tennessee, Morgan County. I used to live in Morgan County, Georgia. So, weird stuff that I find amazing. I am sitting here. It is, what time is it? I ain't sure with their time zones and all. Phone says it's 3:12. I don't know if I'm on Eastern or Mountain right now, or Eastern or Central right now. It changed about 3 or 4 times in the last 10 miles. But don't expect these people here until the earliest I expect anyone starts showing up, about 7 o'clock. I got a pretty good wait in store for me. One of our other drivers had been here a couple of times, and he had told me, he says, that road, you want to run it in the daylight. And I took him at his word. And the road wasn't that bad, most of it. There was a stretch there for just under a mile that dipping down, swooping this way and that way, you could not keep your truck and trailer in your lane. It was one of them where you're like, damn, I hope I don't meet nobody. Now, other than that, there was about 15 miles or so with absolutely no shoulder. The lane was just as wide as your truck, 8 foot. No room for error if a car came at you, which they did. It wasn't all that bad, except that one little section there. And but I'd just soon go ahead and run it and get on out here. You got to sit somewhere. And when I do stop at a rest area or at a truck stop, it ain't like I'm going in. Now, back in the day, would have went in the truck stop and watched TV and shot the bull with a few drivers and socialized, and that don't happen no more. The only time you find drivers inside now is when some kind of ball game or NASCAR or something like that's on, and then they're all hooping and hollering and carrying on, and I don't do all that. Needless to say, I did not make it home. They changed up the load. They had talked about me going to Texarkana, and Longview, Lufkin, Cleveland, Beaumont, and Houston. They took that off me, gave it to someone else, and they gave me this one here, which gave me a few extra miles, but I'd still rather been home. And I gotta keep Mama lined out. If I don't just straighten her out every week, she gets out of control. Then it's twice as hard on me. So, now there's a few cars here. Here's one pulling in. You can hear him. So, who knows? Looks like he's coming to. He's a go-getter. It's quitting time. He goes get her at quitting time. Oh. That's what we used to call them stay-at-home dads. Go-getters. He'd go get her lunch. He'd go get her after work. I was telling you I was trying to make lemonade. Nope. Windshield guy couldn't come put in the windshield yesterday. He had family business to take care of. Can't blame him. It's Saturday. Getting towards the holidays and all that. So, you know, totally understand. Thought maybe I'd get a PM done. I was still 3,000 miles shy of having to have it. And one of our peons in the shop didn't show up. So the mechanic, he's like, dude, I really ain't got time. If that boy was here, I'd have him service it for you. But I got real stuff that needs to be fixed, and you're not due anyway. Sorry for your luck type deal. You know, no, I didn't get mad at him. It sucks, but I didn't get mad. You know, and he's like, well, whenever you do get in here, get the windshield, you got to set for an hour because these Peter cars, they glue them in. He says, well, it's set for that hour. We'll get your PM done. Yeah, right. I got news for him. It's Christmas week. I ain't sitting around at the damn shop waiting on a windshield or an oil change. If you couldn't do it this weekend, you can do it after Christmas. And I ain't going to waste my time fooling with it Christmas week. Especially after being out this weekend. I do draw a line every once in a while. Now, once in a while, somebody might stomp on my foot when I draw that line, but I do draw a line. And hopefully nobody stomps on my foot. I did see the boss, the owner of the company. He did come through yesterday. And we talked a little bit. He was busting my chops about wearing sandals. They know I wear sandals. That's all I ever wear. It has to be pretty extreme for me to put on my tennis shoes or my boots. I just don't like them. I've been wearing sandals forever. And no, not flip-flops. Sandals. And I don't care if you think a real cowboy or a real truck driver wears cowboy boots. He don't wear. Blow it out your ear. I don't want to hear it. I'm backed up to more truck stop bathrooms than a lot of you wannabe truck drivers that are hollering that garbage. Who gave you the right to say what a real truck driver is? I was on one of them trucker pages in one of their groups a while back. They was ate up with that nonsense. A real truck driver does this. A real truck driver don't do that. A real truck driver. And I'm like, really? Why don't y'all grow up? Yeah, I can get a little bit grumpy. And I've been fighting it all weekend. But for the most part, I've done pretty good. Let's see. Get back on track a little bit. Out of here, I'm going down to, where is it? Loudon? Down where I used to load boats, actually. Real close to where I used to load boats. Well, for this company, volunteer. I used to haul boats for them. They went from having company trucks to trying to force you into buying, leasing, renting one of their wore-out piece of shit trucks. I laughed at them, said no. So I was gone. Let's see. Sweetwater. That's where I'm going. Malibu boats are made down there in Sweetwater. I'll be going real close to where I used to haul a lot of damn boats out of. And I did like hauling boats. I would do it again, but most of them boats out of that area is going north and northwest. And sometimes way up into Canada. When I was doing that, I literally seen months that I didn't go home. And I didn't like that at all. Mama liked it even worse. One of my guys on here, Jim, he made a comment. He's whining and crying because he's been out for 3 weeks. He's ready to go home. He took a dig at me about Papa Joe's already crying. He ain't been home this week. Got news for you, Junior. Mama has seen the day that I didn't come home for 3 or 4 weeks at a time consistently, and she's seen the time where I didn't come home for 8 or 10 months consistently. So running into Canada, it wasn't nothing to stay gone for 4 months. Running the rock and roll circuit, it wasn't nothing to stay gone for 8 or 10 months. So your little 3-week wah. I got some paper towels somewhere. You need some? Well, guess I told him, didn't I? It's all a matter of what you want to do out here. I'm picking up in Sweetwater and taking it to Fort Smith, Arkansas. And that delivers sometime Tuesday between 6 and 2. Going to a box warehouse. That tells me it's going to be pretty heavy. Well, it is what it is. Where am I picking up at? At Shot Gentron, whatever. Sounds heavy. Came across 40 today. All the way across 40 from Fort Smith all the way over here. I hadn't ran that road in quite a while. I used to run it over to Nashville. Then I'd crossed on 24 up toward St. Louis. So I ran across some old roads, and well, it's old road to me. A lot of it has changed. That's like 840 around Nashville. When in the world did they put in 840? I'm like 30 miles out of Nashville, 35, I don't remember. And I see a 840 going around Nashville. I'm like, really? I sure don't remember that one. I know I'm getting old, and that Sometimers gets me once in a while, but 840? Wow. And then I did screw up, and I'll tell them myself, I don't care. I used to run Briley Parkway, and I got on Briley Parkway, and I was used to run it from 24 on the west side to 40 or 24, depends upon where I was going over there, on the east side. And I forgot I was on 40, and I see Briley Parkway North. So I jump off on Briley Parkway North. My GPS was going nuts. For those of you that don't know, Briley Parkway will take you around Nashville, and you ain't got to do all that zigzagging downtown nonsense. And we call it Crashville for a reason. But I did stay on Briley. I was talking to the wife. She called just as I got on it, and I said, I think I messed up. So I told her what I did, and she laughed at me. She's like, I remember being on Briley. That goes by Grand Ole Opry Mall and stuff over there. I said, yep, that's the one. I said, and I'm hoping I didn't screw up getting on here with all the Christmas shopping. My side rode right through there. The other side had like a mile backup on their exit ramp to get off there at Bass Pro and at the mall. But I just rode it on out. It's Briley, you know it's gonna just do the circle around. Hell, it worked out. I thought I'd messed up and found out I really didn't. Ain't got a clue what they're going to want me to do after the fact. After I get to Fort Smith, I don't know. No. Barely have any signal up here. I don't know if it will put this up or not. I called Mama. I have one little bitty bar on my phone. It says I got 4G on my internet, but with one bar on the phone, I find it hard to believe that I got 4G on the internet. I am sitting on top of a hill. I see absolutely no other hills around me that's taller than this, but I don't see no towers either. So it is what it is. With that, I'll probably make 2 or 3 videos tonight just to give me something to do. And we'll see. I got to do something, kill some time. Y'all remember, God loves you, and so do I. You got to love this trucking, or else you got to be trapped in it. Me, I'm trapped. I don't love it no more. Y'all have a good evening now.